Bound from the baseline. Sends it up top to 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢. It hits his foot. You know, we mentioned in the pregame, Coach Collins, 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 will have his hands full. You will see a lot of different bodies for today's game.
Especially against FEU. This is a very physical team that can really switch it up against Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𢢢. They're starting out with Burgos and Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𢢢, but you look at the bench, you have Omar Gordon, you have 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 𝔑𝔞𝔬𝔦, so a lot of guys can challenge Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 here in this ballgame.
They give it to VJ. Miri won't bite, hits back of the iron, a rebound by Roma. The go-ahead pass to Baraka. Looking for 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 inside. He kicks it out to UC, and then he fires a three. Won't get the bounce, a rebound by Pre. 𝔖𝔬𝔫 with a power dribble over Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢.
It's telling you about the muscle of 𝔐𝔬𝔫, and right away he shows that he is stronger than his defender right there.
𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 drives baseline against two defenders. He will get to the line and shoot two.
See that move by 𝔐𝔬𝔫, out-muscling Elijah UC on the post. Not really a big man, but with that kind of a muscle, 𝔐𝔬𝔫 can find his way down low.
𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 will take two free throws. If there's one Achilles heel to his game, it has been his free throw shooting, averaging close to just 40% a game.
Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢, not really his comfort zone in the free throw line, but he has shown spurts and really good signs of improving that free throw. But moving forward with a lot more pressure coming up here in the Final Four and probably the championship, Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 has to be mentally ready with the challenge of the Final Four.
NU gets a second crack at things. 𝔑𝔫𝔦 from the elbow. It's nothing but net.
Well, that is a comfort zone of 𝔑𝔫𝔦. Every time he's open, he's going to take it, he's going to make it.
And that's Baraka showing up the hustle. We have not seen a lot of Prince Baraka.
Especially in the second round. Prince Baraka has not really gotten the same minutes he was getting in the first round. But every time he is put in by Coach Kevin, he is instant energy for NU. And here he is putting out that hustle.
VJ sends it out to Burgos. They reverse it to 𝔖𝔬𝔫. Pre, isolated, jumper, hits back of the iron again. The Roma running in transition. The Roma looking to orchestrate the offense here. 3 minutes has approached. FEU up by 1. 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 surveys his teammates. Another drop step move, kisses it off the glass and in.
And we did not see that at the start of the season, but only a few games in. And Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 continues to improve each and every game.
Collins snatches a rebound. UC shot fake. Elijah to 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢. He has been the focal point of that NU offense. Finds the Roma inside for two.
And one thing I love about Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 is his skill on that passing lane. Can really find the cutters, can also find those open guys outside. A true definition of someone who can pass that basketball.
Herbito gives it to the middle. Burgos looking for his point guard. Miranda has 6 seconds to shoot. Twin maximizing the screen. Pull-up jumper. That won't go. 𝔖𝔬𝔫 with the rebound. And 𝔖𝔬𝔫 will get to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
I like the aggressiveness 𝔐𝔬𝔫 is putting in early on here in the ball game. But it's what Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 first on the down low. First showing that he has some post moves on the next play. All the green. Looking at him, sees the wide open cutter through the middle. Collins 𝔐𝔐𝔬𝔢 showcasing the full bag of talent right here.
Going back to your point from 𝔐𝔬𝔫 in last season's Final Four, it was his breakout games. He was been quiet for a while in round number 2, then suddenly broke out in that playoff picture. May mga ganong player talaga,
Yeah.
Coach, no?
You know, it's all you need is one game for you to be able to really show out.
That's Sir Anton Montenola of FEU.
And of course, Coach Bert Flores also here in attendance, as well as Coach Jeff Napa. So the seniors, the women's, and everybody else enjoying the juniors action right here.
Shows the importance of the grassroots programs. And of course, we have to commend NU and FEU's high school program has done a great job, even in the volleyball scene.
Oh yes, both of them are also in the Final Four in the girls division of the volleyball. And I'm not going to be surprised, come the volleyball season of the collegiate, they're also going to be up there with everyone else.
𝔬𝔬𝔬 receives a double team, goes to his strong side. Another 2 free throws for 𝔬𝔬𝔬.
𝔬𝔬𝔬 knows the importance of this ball game. At the end of the second round, he was not scoring as much. He was rotating that basketball. He was looking for his teammates. But here in the ball game, he wants to get his scoring early on. And he's being extra aggressive in getting those baskets. See the commissioners, Marvin Benvenida and Javi Nunag, of course, also being here in the venue, trying to control everything.
𝔬𝔬𝔬 now has 5 points to his name, but 2 missed free throws. That's something we have to keep an extra eye on.
Gonna play huge, especially the latter parts of the ball game.
𝔬𝔬𝔬 now 1 for 4 from the stripe. And NU still clinging on to a 2-point lead. VJ, the handoff to Miranda. Guarded by Baraka. Floater won't go. They battle for the rebound. It ends up with Nepasena. Nepasena locates UC. Baseline drive was cut off by Daa. Veroma has the taller Herbito on him. 8 seconds to shoot. A foul was called. So that gives NU a recycled 14.
You see the focus of NU right here. They want to give it down low as early as possible and try and play through 𝔬𝔬𝔬. But when Collins is denied, the players of NU gets a little confused what the next option will be. So that is something that Coach Kevin has to be able to address moving forward in this ballgame.
Makmak Alfanta has just checked in for the very first time. One of Coach Kev De Castro's key players off the bench. Alfanta utilizing the screen. Makmak picks up his dribble. 𝔬𝔬𝔬 from the free throw line gets the roll.
Everywhere 𝔬𝔬𝔬 is, he is a threat. From the down low through the pass, now showing that he also has that mid-range in his arsenal.
Daa sends it to VJ at the post. Pre, jab step, spin, hook shot. And that's all money right there for VJ.
Oh, how tough is that shot? Through to well defended, good help side, yet VJ Pre was able to find a way in getting that shot in.
They've been going to the same play, finding different reads. Alfanta will take 2.
FEU has to be careful right here. VJ Pre, whenever he's in foul trouble, FEU really has a problem because he is a focal point in the offense, as we just saw there in that replay.
It's the first personal foul of VJ Pre. But FEU is in the penalty, coach. More than halfway done here in our opening quarter.
That's going to be 1 on Pre, 1 on Burgos. So extra care needs to be done by the bigs of FEU for them not to be in foul trouble early on.
Fanta makes his first free throw. You know, Makmak. Of course, we see Sir Mark Molina of FEU and head of sports content at Signal TV, our boss, Tito Miko Halili.
Yes. Looking good wherever he goes.
So Fanta goes 2 for 2. Palanca will check in for Nepasena.
This is one combo that NU really loves. This Palanca and 𝔬𝔬𝔬. Watch them go through that high-low, and FEU has to be aware of that play.
This is their Twin Towers special we see in some sequences, depending on the matchups. Miranda drives left, elevates, creates some space. That one short. Alfanta running the break. Makmak to UC. No connection there. And the ball will remain with the white shirts. Quite a low-scoring ball game here so far.
Defense has been the name of the game. Both teams really scouting each other very well, especially on the offensive sets. So both teams are trying to slow down each other right here.
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 and 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 from the bench will check in for FEU. And right away, 𝔍𝔞𝔪�𝔰 making his presence felt.
Right away, not even 10 seconds in, 𝔍𝔞𝔪�𝔰 gets his first foul. It's already one on Burgos, one on Pre, and one on 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰. And we are only in the first 6 minutes of the ball game.
Chad Cartel checking in for the very first time.
Second round prodigy for NU. All of a sudden really showing out right there. Can play the point, can play the wing, can stretch out the floor for the NU Bullpups. Everything you need, Chad Cartel can offer to NU.
Colin Sakole now. It's Coach 𝔑𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 in attendance. And Coach Topics Robinson in the house.
Oh. Probably as a tito to Dre Miller, a good friend of Willie Miller from the Red Bull days. But it's a full-packed, it's a jam-packed all-star coaching staff right here we're having.
Coach 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰 Miranda is on the bench. Cartel receives the handoff. Chad will give it to Akowe. He dribbles right, attacks the lane, straight to the hoop.
And Colin Sakole already with 9 of the 16 points of NU here in the first quarter.
Make that 10, Coach. 10 points, first player in double figures. Has outscored FEU in the opening quarter.
Watch that again. Hard drive against BJ Pre. He knows that BJ already has 1 foul. So good awareness coming from Collins. Good attack. Extends the lead to 7 here in the first.
They tried to go for the knockout play. It ends up back to Godoy. And we're seeing a lot of free throws here. Is this something that you expected, Coach? The type of physicality and defensive type of game?
Oh, well, these are two very physical teams, so this is natural for these two. Godoy, of course, one of the X factors in that last game, brought in late in the third quarter. All of a sudden was huge for FEU in making a run in the fourth. Why he is here, that he will be given an opportunity, of course, being guided by a legendary FEU players Mark Isip and Denok Miranda, trying to give their championship experience to these young guns.
Add Coach Mark Isip to the list of the many coaches.
Yes.
Great coaches here in the Philwell Eco Oil Center.
We're not only seeing earlier I saw Coach Pido Harencio here as well. Everybody in attendance here at the San Juan Arena.
Akowe at the right post. Has VJ Pre on him. 9 seconds to shoot for the Bullpups. Drop step met by a double team. Miranda sprints for the leather. Dwin running the break. Sidestep, hang time. And he will take 2.
No easy shots given by any team here in the ball game. You see that spin move, good help side by 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰, but on the other side, Chad Cartel says nothing easy for Dwin Miranda. Hits a little bit off the forearm. 2 free throws for Dwin.
Former Bullpup.
Yes, former Bullpup, played for NU during his grade 7 days before transferring over to Diliman. So goes from Manila all the way to FEU-C. Dwin Miranda now happily playing for FEU alongside his dad.
And we've seen the improvement from season 85 to 86. He got taller, he got wider, and the skill set.
And he's not done. He's only in grade 11, so he has 1 more year in the juniors division next year. So I'm sure there's more growth coming for Dwin Miranda.
The Guzman and Miller enter the ball game for the first time. Godoy applying pressure on Reroma. Cartel gets it safely across. Alfanta looking to drive baseline, was fouled by 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰. Tagotongan will enter for Sid Roma.
I like this combo, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 and Cartel. Never panicking, never rushing on anything. These two playing like real veterans for NU. So expect a more composed offense coming from the Bullpups.
And they do average close to 9 assists per game together, talking about 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 and Cartel.
I just love watching those two. You know, they are grown-ups in the boys division, just understanding the game very well.
And we are grown-ups that didn't grow.
Oh yes, we're just ups. No bro.
In the meantime, Bullpups now with a 6-point advantage. Less than 3 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. Kabigting. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 playing the passing lanes.
Very slow first quarter we are having right here.
Miller uses the De Guzman screen. That's a foul on 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢.
They really are trying to push out 𝔬𝔬𝔪 in handling that basketball. 𝔬𝔬𝔪 is very good in really handling that rock. You know who 𝔬𝔬𝔪 reminds me of? Very funny. It's 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 Robinson. You know how he puts in hustle, how he plays defense, really pesky against those point guards. And it's very funny because 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 is right here beside his dad, 𝔬𝔬𝔪. So of course, baka naturuan na rin ni 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 Robinson on really how to be playing defense against all the other guys.
As Miller goes 1 for 2 from the stripe.
There you go. You see 𝔬𝔬𝔪𝔢, Coach 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 Robinson, and Alan Salangsang, the father of the
Sniper back in the day. Alfanta kicks it out to Cartel. Will use the Palanca screen. Palanca rolls to the basket. Basket and one.
It's a good pass from Chad Cartel. We were talking about how good of a passer he is. Look at that. Good help side. Late adjustment coming from the help. And Palanca really going hard, using that length to his advantage.
As Palanca completes the 3-point play opportunity, now with an 8-point lead. We approach our 2-minute mark in the first. 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 will try for 3.
It's going to be very huge. They need to stretch out the floor for the bigs of NU to adjust and respect the outside shooting. That's a very good 3 coming from 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢.
It's the first 3-pointer of FEU in this ballgame. Palanca stepped on the sideline, so 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 playing on both ends of the floor.
He's standing his ground, is 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢. Let's watch that. No flow down, no respect, no problem. Says 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢, draining that 3 all the way outside.
𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 will give it to Godoy. Miller looking to work a 2-man game with De Guzman. Miller slices inside. That one rattles out. The go-ahead pass to Alfanta. Mac shot fake. Alfanta, with the patience, earns himself a trip to the line. Another 2 free throws for NU.
That's the strength of Mac Alfanta. Whole season long, this guy can really run that break. But Stephen Kabigting using a little bit of that taekwondo move to stop Mac Alfanta and force 2 free throws.
Coach, just to tell our viewers, we spoke to Mac Alfanta before today's game. He comes from the remote areas of Davao. So there's Davao City. He lives 2 hours away. So going to Manila was a leap of faith, and it was tough for the family to be away from him. But he has provided really such a big boost of energy from the bench. Second leading scorer for the Bullpups.
And a very calm and soft-spoken Mac Alfanta, even during close games, has that energy na talagang he just
Davawenyo na Davawenyo eh, no? Kabigting. Palanca secures a board. 3-possession ball game. Alfanta drives. Alfanta.
Total opposite on how aggressive he is, yet how quiet he is. It comes to Mac Alfanta, but already 13 free throws taken by NU.
This will be the 14th and 15th free throw.
More than half of their points is coming from the line. It's a good way to slow them down, as NU is a really good running team. But on the other end, FEU has to be careful with their fouls. Already 9 fouls for FEU here.
VJ Pre, Dwin Miranda, and Jed Daa looking to close out the quarter strong as they are inserted back in. Miller. We'll give it to Miranda. Now to Cabanillas, attacking Solomon. Cavs can't get it to go. Tagutongan pressured there by Miller, but Tagutongan from the elbow makes him pay. And now a double-digit lead for the Bullpups. Fred looking to go to work. VJ. That's another stop for NU. VJ Pre had nowhere to go.
Goes down on the inside by Solomon. No place to go to, forcing that floater, but the length of Solomon is enough to block VJ Pre.
Manang-mana sa ate.
Oo.
That one slipped through Palanca's fingertips. So with 17 seconds remaining on the game clock, FEU has a chance to take a last shot.
Good chance for them to also cut it to single digits here in this possession.
Dwin working a two-man game with Cabonilla, skips it to Daa.
4 seconds to shoot. Daa, wild shot. Tagutongan, the heave. And that will do it for our first quarter of play. A 10-point lead by the Bullpups. Let's face it, Coach, that quarter had NU's DNA all over it.
Well, both on the defensive and
Of course, some of the players for FEU as well.
The younger generation.
Younger generation players.
The FEU Diliman. We know that among all of the schools, one of the best grassroots coming from the younger high school generation, FEU always has had that. They are bringing their younger guys here.
Let's talk adjustments, Coach, for the Baby Tamaraos as we head on to the second quarter. They haven't found their rhythm offensively just yet.
No, offensively, they just have to execute. They have talent. They just have to execute, also stretch out the floor. They have not made a three in this ball game. Sorry, only 1 3 on 2 attempts, so they have to be able to stretch out the floor. Defensively, close down on the inside. That is the most important thing for the FEU Tamaraos right now.
Another block there for NU, this time care of Palanca, as volleyball season coming in hot. That will be next month, ladies and gentlemen.
Paramdam na si Palanca at si Solomon.
Pre, aggressive. Daa, 2+1 special.
Hustle and muscle, that is what Jedrick Daa can give FEU. Let's watch here. 3 white shirts. Shortest guy in green was the one able to get that rebound. And lucky enough, he'll be even going to the line for a bonus. Coach Kevin says, too much muscle for Jedrick Collins, you need to come back.
Jedrick Daa, as we talked about in the first quarter, nag-iibang tao talaga to sa Final Four.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Final Four mode right now.
You know, one thing I love, he was one of the guys that challenged Collins Akowe up top for a block in round 2. And not a lot of guys has that confidence to do that against Collins.
Three-possession ball game in favor of the Bullpups. Alfanta drives right, side step. Bank shot won't go. Tagutongan gives him a refreshed 14. Cartel zips it inside. Palanca, tough angle. Won't get the bounce. Ball is with Miller. Dre pushing the pace. 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢, and another rejection for the Bullpups.
He's gotta be glad that 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 was running down and recovering on the defensive end. Miller thought that he could slip through, but 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 getting his third block of the ball game.
VJ Press flashes it through, cuts this lead down to 5.
All of a sudden, this is a ball game once again. Quick 5-0 run, and Dre Miller getting a steal once again. And what a quick adjustment coming from Coach Alan Albano to get this game closer.
The FEU Baby Tamaras with a 7-0 run in the first minute and 16 seconds here in chapter number 2. And that's the thing when you have that championship experience. You never have to worry, you never have to feel the pressure right away, as you see here for FEU in the second quarter.
You just know how to play it through. We're not starting off a good quarter. We just adjust, we make a comeback. And that is, you were seeing the championship experience Coach Alan Albano has. And talagang pinaparamdam niya sa players that we just have to stay composed and just do the right things. We'll be able to play better.
And that has a lot to do with the veterans of FEU, with VJ Pre, Cabonillas, Daa, Miranda returning. So what's being discussed here was the extra commotion of Macmac Alfanta after the timeout.
Of course, you don't want anything extra, just hard-nosed basketball coming from both of these teams. Seems to be an elbow. We didn't really see it on our angle. You see here, Dwayne Miranda and Dad Denok. Reminds me of my days playing for my dad here in the high school division. The only difference is that Dwayne was really good and I was middle.
We thank you for your honesty, Coach. Back after the timeout, the lead cut down to 3 by FEU. And you look to get their first bucket here in the second quarter. Lepasena looking to go high-low. Alley-oop play right off the bat.
Wow, that was the perfect execution and that high-low. Put it up top, no one can reach it except 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢. What a good alley-oop for NU.
Kabigting made a 3 earlier. This time, 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 was there to contest. Daa looking for the back door. Miranda to Cabonillas off the glass.
That's a third draw pass by FEU here in the ball game. There has to be quicker adjustments on the help side for NU.
Lepasena this time goes to Roma, has the mismatch against Miller. UC, one dribble, pull-up jumper. Too long on the iron. 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢. And an offensive rebound. Cartel will fire a 3. That time it won't go. Cabonillas the outlet pass. Telegraphed by Chad. UC, shot fake. Fishing for a foul. Ball being tapped around. It ends up with Cedre Roma. Cartel, the spin cycle, last second pass, Nepasena makes the basket.
Once again, who makes that pass? Chad Cartel, attracting all of the defense and eventually going for that assist.
And a quick answer by VJ Pre, who has come alive here in quarter number 2.
Not even 5 seconds into the shot clock, VJ Pre wanted a quick answer.
Akowe at the right post, that has been the go-to this entire ball game. The bounce pass to Nepasena. He can't make it back-to-back as that one rattles out. Miranda telling his teammates to settle down. VJ step back. Akowe was there for the closeout. Twin in and out dribble. Tight pass to VJ with the patience is a virtue.
That is a highlight for Dwayne Miranda. That was a hard pass, yet he just connected so perfectly with VJ Pre on that bounce. Now the lead is down 1.
Akowe, despite going to the same play, Collins Akowe just navigates himself inside for another 2-pointer. 12 points now, coach, for Collins.
Before that, let's
VJ Pre, Collins Akowe, the matchup we talked about in the pregame has delivered. Akowe with 14, VJ with 8. And you still holding on to this 3-point lead. Da'a rips it through, drives baseline, attacks Mak Alfanta. That's another matchup we'd like to see.
Oh yeah, I was telling you about this in the first quarter. Muscle on muscle, this Da'a versus Alfanta will be very exciting. Both explosive, both physical, and both talented young wings for both teams.
Of course, Jedrick Da'a, another one of many legacy players of FEU.
I think the son of Dennis Da'a.
PBA champion.
One of the more respected guys in Philippine basketball, but his son now continuing the legacy.
And Coach, binati mo kasi over to tuloy.
I already promised to be careful. Now I just did it again.
4 minutes plus has approached in the second quarter. FEU winning the quarter so far 13-6 as Alfanta uses the screen. Elbow J. Miranda with a rebound. Dwin finds Burgos running. Emergency pass to Pre. On an island against Akowe. He will fire a 3. Veroma quickly gives it to Akowe. Power dribble, power move, power 2 points.
Only little you can do if Collins Akowe is going hard on you. And VJ Pre tried to get that charge, but Collins Akowe was just clean on that float.
That's a 16-point. Akowe has only missed 1 shot.
Watch that play again. Quick post. VJ Pre was there. Clean bump. Just a clean two coming for Collins Akowe.
Sabi niya kasi, Coach, binabati natin puro daw right side, right post. Ito daw, left post naman.
I can do it from the other side. Gawin ko rin sa kabila. And Collins Akowe. This is one of the games that he's really showcasing everything. The mid-range, the passing. And now even both from the left and the right side.
Miranda with the double crossover. That was nasty right there. 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 has 𝔬𝔠 now with the leather. 𝔬𝔓, who just checked in, will send it to 𝔐𝔠. 𝔬𝔓 drives, was fouled, count the basket and one.
This guy's an instant scorer. Every time he is inside, he can give you buckets anywhere, especially on that drive. One of the best slashers for NU given that space. And right there, he shows everybody that he can be instant points for the Nazareth School.
Wala nang warm-up para kay 𝔬𝔓 as he gets his first 2 points of the ball game. As he completes that 3-point play, 𝔍𝔞𝔪� will enter for VJ Pre.
𝔍𝔞𝔪� relatively cold in terms of scoring, only 5 points for 𝔍𝔞𝔪�, but this guy in an instant can really be someone who can make an impact for FEU.
We are more than halfway done in the second quarter. Miranda stolen away by 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢. With no one behind him, 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 with an easy 2.
𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 really plays that passing lane perfectly. We saw one game, he got 6 steals here. He shows that from the other side, he has been reading that passing lane, gets the steal, gets the 2, and now he sends the lead to him. The Adamson Baby Falcons now watching the next game.
Your favorite player, JC Bonzalida,
Oh yes.
back in the finals.
You know, I really love the hustle guys. JC Bonzalida, one of them.
Miranda using the Burgos screen, touch passing, and leads into a turnover. 𝔬𝔓 running the break. 𝔬𝔓 with some hang time. That one blocked by Da'a. 𝔬𝔠 trying to put it back in. And that will be the 17th and 18th free throw attempt of NU.
And it's really the aggressiveness of NU that's making the biggest difference. But let's watch that block. That was clean. Really trying to challenge it up top. Jedrick Da'a showcasing that defensive prowess of his.
𝔐𝔠 now with 7 points. Kung pwede daw batiin yung mga parents niya na nanonood from Davao. So, hello sa parents ni 𝔐𝔠. Request niya nung in-interview natin siya kanina.
And we do hope that they're enjoying the UAAP right here. And more importantly, they're proud of their son who is playing terrific here in the juniors division.
And 𝔬𝔠's game this entire season off the bench is as good as Davao's chocolates.
Oh yes. And as consistent.
Now the lead is back to 9. NU responds with a run of their own after a quick start by FEU in this quarter.
It's good to see Liam Salangsam back as well. Suffered from dengue for quite some time, missed a few games, but now he is here trying to contribute for FEU.
𝔬𝔓 looking to maximize more time. They give it to 𝔐𝔠. 𝔬𝔠 cutting to the middle. Drops it down to Solomon for 2.
Team basketball was the name of the game. Everybody getting a touch. Everybody really showing that they are a threat on the offense.
12th assist for NU in the ball game. 𝔍𝔞𝔪�, short jumper, short. Solomon with a rebound.
And you executing
much better here in the last few minutes. That's why they are extending the lead to double digits here.
They form a wall on 𝔐𝔬𝔪. A couple of ball fakes, drop step with some patience. Won't get the bounce. 𝔬𝔬𝔪 now has it. 𝔬𝔬𝔪 for three. Package delivered.
And they are leading by 14 points here in the ballgame. But that is the first three-pointer made by NU. And that is a threat they can look forward to as FEU tries to close down on the paint.
Miller connects from the perimeter.
Good quick answer coming from 𝔬𝔬𝔪 right here.
Two-minute mark here in chapter number 2. 𝔬𝔬𝔪 at the post. And the NU coaching staff asking for a flop there.
They are going to that play, whoever is available. Usually it's 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰, but this time around, smack 𝔬𝔬𝔪𝔢𝔰. But I do get the point that maybe a little flop coming from 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔬𝔦, but he sold it perfectly. The ball will go back to the green.
Pasena in, Solomon out. Cabonillas, in and out dribble. Burst of speed, 𝔐𝔬𝔪 was there.
Too hard to do that against Collins.
Miller somehow deflected that without looking. That's the point na makitakbo ka lang kahit di mo kita yung bola
You just have to recover. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to steal it. You have to block it. For you just to be there, there's a chance for you to either get a turnover from the other team or just be able to recover and show that there's a defender.
Cabonillas looking for the back door. Finds Herbito. He's quiet so far. VJ Pre, three-pointer.
Gonna be huge for FEU. They've only made one three-pointer. They need to stretch out the floor. Guys like Herbito and 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔱𝔢 needs to be able to show out right here for the defense of NU to extend out.
𝔬𝔬𝔪𝔢 overcooks. Cabonillas, touchdown layup, cuts this lead down to 7.
Perfectly running the lane is 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔱𝔢, leaking out against everybody. And when you have that link and that athleticism, it's just an easy 2 for you.
5 straight points for FEU. NU calls a timeout. For NU with 6 points in 4 minutes. Talk about having a magic bunot for the first half. NU was forced to call a timeout with FEU scoring 5 straight points. We'll find out how they respond here with 45 seconds remaining in the first half. That one stolen away by FEU. Numbers for the Baby Tams. VJ picks up his dribble. Miller, that's his shot, and he connects once again.
Now the energy of FEU coming their side. This is a quick 7-0 run to end the second quarter.
Trey Miller has done wonders for the Baby Tamaraos. Now 5 points. 𝔬𝔬𝔪 floats it up, puts it in.
We were talking about how this guy is instant buckets. Already 8 points all in the second quarter for 𝔬𝔬𝔪.
A chance for FEU to take the last shot. Miranda, 2-man game with Cabonillas. Miranda, tough shot. In and out. Miller to beat the buzzer almost. And that will do it after 20 minutes of play. NU with a 3-possession lead. Talk to us about that second quarter, Coach.
High-scoring, high-paced second quarter. Less fouls, but both teams really trying to outrun each other.
be Falcons in the finals game. Sorry, hindi na kami matamaan ni Coach ng ball.
We saw that basketball where it went. It was actually on our way. Buti na lang mabilis ang reflexes namin ni Jaime. That is not the way you want to start a quarter. The ball was on your side. Now it goes inside of the green.
To Miranda. Miranda with a great first half. 4 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. For 3 right on the money.
That's a good pass coming from Dwayne Miranda. Already on a triple-double watch with 4 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists here in the ballgame, doing everything for FEU.
Roma gives it to the left post. 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪𝔢 finds UC in the middle. UC has not scored. Well, not anymore.
Well, UC was struggling the first half, but those were very good opportunities for Elijah UC. Here, another open shot finally makes one in the ballgame.
Looking to drive baseline. UC cut him off. Burgos wanting the handoff to Miranda, who elevates. That time short. The rebound goes to 𝔑𝔫𝔦𝔰. Roma and 𝔑𝔫𝔦𝔰 working a two-man game. UC to 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪, guarded by Pre. Collins kicks it out. UC for 3, and he splashes it through.
One thing we said during the halftime break, you have to stretch out the floor for the defense to respect the outside game. Elijah UC is the perfect guy to do that for NU.
UC with 5 straight points after being scoreless from the first half. VJ, left side drive, step back. That won't connect. Roma bringing the ball down. Roma reverses it. Elijah will give it to 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪. Pre coming in from the blind side. 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪 looks hurt, so VJ will attack. And Collins 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪 is holding on to his right elbow right now.
I think it's probably the, what's it called, funny bone. But right here, let's watch Elijah UC really stretching out the floor. We know that when it comes to playoff time, Elijah UC really steps up. And here in the second half, that's 5 straight points for Elijah UC.
Herbito catch and shoot. That's one player we have not felt in this game, EJ Herbito.
Actually, the shooters of FEU has been relatively quiet here in this ball game. Guys like 𝔬𝔤𝔢𝔰 and EJ Herbito have been quiet.
Quick hands there from Burgos. 9 seconds to shoot for the Bullpups. Roma. 5 seconds to work with. UC with a hot hand. Elijah to 𝔑𝔫𝔦𝔰 from 15 feet out. That shot has been money for him this entire ball game.
Specialty of the house whole season long. You give him that space. 𝔑𝔫𝔦𝔰 can take that mid-range.
Miranda, the pass to Burgos. Referee saying that will count. Goaltending call on 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪.
You gotta commend Dwayne Miranda for that drop pass. Gathering everybody, getting everybody's attention, and finally dropping it off to Burgos. But I think NU will be challenging this call by the referees.
Which gives both teams a chance to breathe, because there's been high-octane action here.
Collins is still going to be a goaltend because Collins 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪 tapped the board. You cannot do that even though the ball is not yet coming down. Seven assists already for Dwayne Miranda in the ballgame.
9-point lead for NU. 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪 using his left shoulder. That drop step has been unstoppable.
There was already a double coming from FEU, yet Collins 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪 still found a way in getting that shot.
Miranda is being pressured by Baraka.
Watch that again right here. Single coverage, late double, late help. It's gonna be too easy for Collins 𝔐𝔠𝔞𝔪, as this guy has been dominating the inside the whole ball game. Already 18 points for 𝔐𝔞𝔰𝔰.
Miranda pulling it back out. Maximizes the VJ press screen. Daa with 7 seconds to operate. Jedrick, hang time, was fouled by 𝔐𝔬𝔰 as he will go to the stripe for 2 free throws.
That's going to be only the first personal foul of 𝔐𝔬𝔰𝔰, so that is good news for NU. Usually the games that NU is struggling, 𝔐𝔬𝔰𝔰 is in foul trouble. That's a good hard drive coming from Jedrick Daa.
How about the body control, the upper body strength?
I just love the toughness of Jedrick Daa. Walang takot. You know, this guy can attack against anybody, against the best of them, even against 𝔐𝔬𝔰𝔰, who is the #1 blocker in the league. Yet he has the same mindset in attacking that ball.
The only thing to Jed's game is his free throw shooting, especially for today, 2 for 5. That one hits back of the iron.
I'm sure a lot of shooting lessons will be given by his dad, as Dennis Daa was one of the best free throw shooters, especially for a big man back in his day. This guy is young, a lot to improve on, but he is already a good talent for FEU.
𝔐𝔬𝔫𝔢𝔰 re-injected to the second half for the very first time. He will replace Burgos as the Baby Tamaraos trailing by 10. Roma to UC. Baraka looking to back down Miranda. They give it to the post. 𝔐𝔬𝔰 taking a look at his teammates. 𝔐𝔬𝔰 with a hook shot. Miller gets it across. There's been that energy burst in the first half with 7 points. Pre spins, the extra step. That's a travel right there.
Could have been good if that was a continuation on his step, but VJ Pre will travel on that last play. But I just want to come back to one play earlier. How much respect does FEU have on 𝔐𝔬𝔰𝔰? There were 4 green shirts inside the paint ready to help out on 𝔐𝔬𝔰𝔰. They are forcing 𝔐𝔬𝔰 to try and kick out that basketball. So let's see if NU can look at that shooting of theirs and be a threat for the Whites.
Roma organizing the offense of NU. Short stab to 𝔐𝔬𝔰. The cut by Alfanta. Everything but the basket there. Miranda gets it from the handoff. VJ rolling, floating. Can't score still here in the third.
Well, those are the shots that he usually makes, so I'm sure he's not happy with that miss.
Try past couple of possessions for both teams. Palanca looking to play bully ball. VJ Pre says not in my house. Miller, the go-ahead pass. Dwin, straightaway 3. Those 3-point buckets not working on the way for the Baby Tams.
You know, they have to be able to stretch out the floor, but they have not been able to make a lot of threes here in today's ballgame.
Halfway done here in our third quarter. Double-digit lead for NU. Biggest lead was at 14. Alfanta, the extra swing. Roma, too strong on the iron.
That's a game plan of FEU. Force NU to shoot it from the outside. Help out with Collins on the inside. And what a pass coming from Dre Miller right there.
Dre Miller has came to play. It has been Miller time here in the Final Four. 𝔐𝔬𝔰. Great defense from FEU, but how about Palanca with persistence? Here's that last play, coach.
Watch that, Herb. Look at that sharp pass. Just a pure highlight coming from Dre Miller to the cutting caps, 𝔐𝔬𝔰𝔰. I'm sure everybody is happy on the green side with that assist because it cuts the lead to single digits.
As Palanca at the stripe. Free throws has been the name of the game for NU.
13 of their 57 points coming from the line here.
This is the real test for the Bullpups coach, the 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 minutes, if they can hold on to this 9-point lead.
You know, this is a very talented team, but they have just relied on 𝔬𝔬𝔠𝔪𝔢 heavily this season. Oh, but that's going to be a step on Stephen Tabigting.
So those were the shooters you were talking about. Salangsang, Kabigting, Herbito.
These are the guys that needs to step up because all the eyes are on BJ Pre and 𝔬𝔬𝔠𝔦𝔬𝔠 on making those buckets. That's why good thing that 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔬𝔠𝔦 has showed up here today's ballgame. But eventually you have to be able to add threats, and these guys really have to be able to show up here in the ballgame.
Phenomenal defense there by 𝔬𝔬𝔦. Miranda. We'll give it to Cabs, back to Dwin. Two-man game on the left side. Miranda. The pass to 𝔬𝔬𝔠𝔦𝔬𝔠 with some hang time.
You know, Dwin Miranda just plays that pick and roll game to perfection. That is the 8th assist of Dwin Miranda here in the ballgame.
2020 vision for number 8. Map met by a double. Can't score over the wall. Still a 3-possession lead. Miranda blitzed. Sprays it out. 𝔬𝔬𝔠𝔦𝔬𝔠 finds Miller with 12 seconds to shoot. Miller. Jumper. No connection there, but he was making those in the first half.
Well, that's a shot that he can make. That's a good shot coming from 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬. Just gonna go out of that ring.
𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬 was trying to give it to Palanca inside the post. That one was hit by a foot.
Watch this again. Textbook pick and roll. 3 white shirts helping out on Dwin Miranda. Finding the cutter in 𝔬𝔬𝔦𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬
𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 back in the ball game. Took 2 deep breaths in the bench and was
Maybe a sip of water.
a sip of water, and he's back in the ball game. That's what you need. Yes, that was a foul by De Guzman. Rather a delay of game, but that's what you need from a player like De Guzman, coach.
To really to show out, play physical with 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, just really make yourself felt here in the ball game.
Less than 3 minutes remaining in our third quarter. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 to Cartel, the extra swing, Alfanta. And there's that hustle by De Guzman.
And that's a good box out coming from De Guzman, really standing his ground against 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, forcing that stop going the other end.
And I was looking at the coaching staff, coach. The coaching staff had a smile on their face when that happened.
You know, you need guys like this, the ones you're going to give few minutes to, yet they're going to be able to really contribute and give quality minutes. De Guzman with a good box out.
𝔑𝔞𝔪𝔢 had nowhere to pass it to. They've been getting the stops, but they've not been converting from those stops here. Alfanta to 𝔍𝔞𝔪� in the middle. 𝔍𝔞𝔪� will try from deep.
Specialty of the house for clean 𝔍𝔞𝔪�, the captain whenever he's open. He can take it, he can make it. Extends the lead back to double digits.
Third triple of NU. De Guzman making 𝔍𝔞𝔪� pay for giving him some space.
No scouting report on De Guzman. No one closing out on him, really trying to deny everybody else. He sees a wide open shot. De Guzman gets the 2 right there.
Under 2 minutes remaining, lead back to single digits. 𝔍𝔞𝔪� looking for cutters. Collins to 𝔍𝔞𝔪�. Back to 𝔍𝔞𝔪�. Double team there. Ball was tapped out, but to the wrong jersey. Alfanta finds a lane. Alfanta can't make the layup, as 𝔍𝔞𝔪� will take 2.
You have to get the rebound right there. You force a stop. That's good defense. Yet the 50-50 ball goes the side of NU. That's why this loose ball will give them an opportunity to get 2 free throws. Ball is taking it strong right there.
One thing we didn't expect for this game specifically, coach, is NU and FEU are tied from beyond the arc with 3 threes each.
You know, both teams are really closing out and forcing everybody down low. And everybody's game plan is also go to their talents, but you see the talents of both of these teams. Their strength is really the inside. You have 𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬𝔬 you have 𝔍𝔫𝔦𝔰𝔫𝔢𝔰 and VJ Pre doing the damage for you. So we can expect a good scoring down low.
Airmails his second free throw. He does have a double-double with 18 points and 10 rebounds. As VJ Pre back in the game. Pre has not scored in the second half just yet. VJ has the taller Solomon. De Guzman thought about it. Now with Miranda, Dwayne jab step, uses the screen, finds VJ in the corner. Daa for three. Still no go.
Terrific defense being played by NU. No option for FEU on that last play.
A lot of physicality inside the paint. Alfanta was found on the back door, but the traveling was called.
Could have been a good back cut coming from Alfanta, but was too deep in getting that receive. Ball will go back to the green shirts.
Much of a low-scoring quarter compared to that second chapter. VJ with no balance on the shot. Which, how would you describe the coverage on VJ Pre? He's 5 for 12 from the field.
You know, and you're really scouting VJ very well. The tendencies, the way he played. Although VJ Pre has 11 points, these are 11 points that he really worked for. So nothing easy coming for VJ right here.
Tongan. Two-man game in the middle with Collins. Smack map with 6 seconds to work with. Cartel from the free throw line. Pre leaping for the rebound.
That's a rare miss coming from Cartel. That's a comfort shot for him.
A chance for FEU to take the last shot here. Miranda steps back. Can't get it to go. VJ Pre blocked by 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢. And Tagotongan from half court.
Wow, coming from 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 to end the quarter right there. The second of its type.
Of Mr. Salangsang and Mr. Miller, the dads. Legends turned dads. And Ian Manansala as well with Reinhard Humamoy. Which Mike Fermin awaiting their opponents in the redemption tour.
Jam-packed Wednesday we're having here at the Phil Oil Arena. And we do hope the crowd watching us on Filipinas Live and the UAAP Varsity channel is enjoying this game as well. Legendary matchup of FEU and NU if you are a fan of the juniors division.
Carter scoring coach here. Defensive third quarter, that is.
Scoring just getting slower and slower each quarter in as both teams really trying and adjusting to each other.
We'll see if VJ Pre can get things going here in the fourth quarter. Scoreless in the second half. But 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢 says, don't worry, let me give you that assist.
Now, one of the few times that the Motor Bros will be in together. Pre and 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢 will be trying to pour out their heart here in the fourth quarter.
Cartel, pressure applied by Miranda. Chad awaits a screen. Gets some space, hesitates. Alfanta with 6 seconds. 𝔬𝔬𝔬 spins, left-handed layup. Another 2 free throws for Alfanta. Alfanta is 8 for 10 from the stripe.
Watch that play right here. Usually we see a high-low play, but this one is a low-to-high play. Everybody helping out on VJ, finding 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢. And on the other end, Alfanta with the attack, getting 2 free throws on the line.
Interesting stat line here for Alfanta. He is 0 for 7 from the field, but all of his 9 points are coming from the line.
It's still his aggressiveness that's getting him a lot of chances on the line. Just missing on that last one, but Alfanta, his aggressiveness will never change, even if he's struggling or he's making a lot of shots.
Pre to 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢. They give it to Miller. There was a foul, an offensive foul by Dwayne Miranda.
Oh, I think he tried to extending that shoulder on the off-ball screen. Didn't see it. We were focused on the ball side. But that's going to hurt because you want every play to be on your side and try to get buckets. But the ball will return to NU right here.
Another foul is called, this time by VJ Pre. That's his second personal foul.
That is a third foul of FEU here in this quarter. You don't want to get into penalty this early on.
Na coach, pag naghahabol ka, I mean, it's an 8-point game, but the pace of this ball game, that 8-point game feels like a double-digit lead.
NU has really been in control, but FEU has been getting small runs to keep them alive here in this ball game. And we know this team can make a run in an instant, so NU has to be careful in the last 8 and 57.
Akoe. Now to Alfanta, 𝔬𝔞𝔪�, organizing the offense, wants it to his big man who has been doing the damage down below. Cartel contested. Great box out there by Pre. Numbers now for FEU. Miranda to VJ. First 2 points of the second half.
There's a good pass coming from Dwayne Miranda. Very huge to cut this lead to a double possession ball game.
Quick double to Akoe. 𝔬𝔞𝔪� with a quick cut. What a counter there for the Bullpups.
Good movement off the ball for clean 𝔬𝔞𝔪𝢢. No one was in the middle, so he found that cutting lane.
𝔬𝔞𝔪𝔢 for 3, too strong. Miller with a veteran move. How big has Dre Miller been here?
What I talked about is that Dre Miller already has 8 rebounds in the ball game, but let's watch these 2 assists right here. They know who they have to look for in terms of the talent. So good thing that their teammates are moving off ball. That is the importance of everybody being a threat inside the court.
Miranda between his legs, gets some space. That's just a tough move by Miranda.
Miranda is in takeover mode. He wants that basketball. He wants to be able to really control the pace of the ball game for the baby Tam. You see right here. Right? To negate the screen, attack hard, and getting the foul off that jump shot is Dwayne Miranda.
He's struggling from the field, 1 for 9, but has 9 assists in return. Miranda misses his first free throw. Oh for 2 for Dwayne Miranda.
struggles for Dwayne Miranda extends to the free throw line right here. The ball returned to FEU here.
So an 8-point ball game. Only 2 minutes has approached. 𝔬𝔫𝔢𝔰 pushed outside by Collins. Dwyn with the little hezzy. 𝔬𝔫𝔢𝔰 floats it up. FEU coach is scrambling to get something inside the basket.
Terrific defense by NU so far here in this quarter. They've really been forcing FEU to take hard shots here.
$14 to score. Miranda looking to make things happen. 𝔐𝔬𝔭 was there to deflect. They have been forced to drive FEU, and NU has played the passing lanes to perfection here. 𝔐𝔞𝔫𝔦𝔰 goes to his strong side, kicks it out. 𝔬𝔰 jumpers up, jumpers good.
That 𝔬𝔰 not cooling off after sitting in the bench for quite some time, still able to provide points for NU.
10 points in under 6 minutes of play. May usok. Itong si Usok for today's game. VJ. Reverse. Referee says that will count. And VJ knows it is his quarter to work now.
That shot he's been able to make whole season long. Yet I'm still so impressed how he does it. That is deep, especially going up against 𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔰. That's it. Pure talent and skill coming from BJ Pre.
That was against a double team. But against 𝔬𝔫𝔦𝔰, we can consider it against a triple team.
Oh yes. And that's with a foul, with a push from behind. Yet what talent BJ Pre has.
BJ Pre completes the 3-point play, 3-possession lead with 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter.
A very slow fourth quarter with a lot of fouls, but it's the execution, the aggressiveness, and who will stay composed. That will be the biggest difference here in the fourth quarter.
And Pre forcing that turnover of NU. VJ catches in the middle. Pre back-to-back baskets.
In their last game, it was BJ Pre who took over in the fourth quarter. That's why FEU was able to get a big lead in the fourth before NU made a comeback. And here it's the same story. BJ Pre with 5 straight points for FEU.
𝔐𝔬𝔰 with a double team on him. Roma spins, kicks it out. Alfanta with 4 seconds to shoot. 𝔬𝔰 for 3. 𝔐𝔬𝔰 manages to get the offensive rebound. Miller with the quick hands. Numbers for FEU. Burgos. Alley-oop play. Daa had to leap. Jed will kick it out. Herbito for 3. Daa with a hustle, but Jed was called with a foul. And on the other end, Nepasena is down.
Seems to be holding on to his shoulder right here. Let's watch that again. That is the play by FEU. Quick pass through the middle for BJ Pre to get that to cut the lead to 5. Gab Nepasena is still down on the floor here.
Holding on to his right shoulder.
Was it after the swipe of Dre Miller? Good signs right here. There is no hit. Oh, might be with Burgos on that right side. So we do hope he's okay, but Gab Nepasena seems a little shaken up from that last play. Gab Nepasena so far here in the ball game. 6 points, 3 rebounds, but those mid-range shots has been huge for NU in extending that defense. So this will hurt NU going to the late game.
Referees taking a look at that last sequence, because this lead now is down to just 2 possessions. A lot of basketball to be played here in our fourth and final quarter. One player who has come alive is VJ Pre, who did not score in the third quarter, but now with 7 points in the fourth. Referees saying it is a foul on 𝔜𝔫𝔢𝔰. That right shoulder is being nursed.
Gab seems to be in pain after that shoulder injury of his. And on the other end, someone seems to be a little hurt as well. So that is how physical this game has been. They know how important this win would be. So both teams really playing their hearts out here in this ball game.
And for FEU, it's win or go home. Alfanta, guarded by Miller. Mac running through the play. 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 gets triple team. Collins trips. Here comes Miranda. Twin with a burst of speed. Miranda all the way. Burgos with a putback, no. VJ Pre still no go. Sorry, misses for the baby Tamaraws. 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 uses his left shoulder. FEU scrambling on defense. UC with a veteran move to settle things down. They have 9 seconds to work with. Tagotongan and Solomon working together. Tagotongan for 2. Rebound by Miranda.
Both teams struggling on the offensive end the last 2 possessions here.
VJ for 3. That one too long. A rebound, or a foul rather, on the rebound attempt. So Burgos giving his team another crack at things.
Watch it here. Burgos pulling down 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢, trying to fight for that spot. But this will be the 3rd foul in Burgos.
FEU is in the penalty. More than halfway done in the 4th quarter. Still a 2-possession lead in favor of the Bullpups.
2 free throws for 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 right here. Huge ones, because this can extend the lead to a 3-possession ball game if he makes 2.
Currently, 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 is 3 for 8 from the stripe. 4 for 9 now as he makes the first. Napasena still being nursed on that shoulder. It is being taped up. We'll find out if he gets to return in this ball game as 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢, and the crowd is loving his 2 made free throws.
Making it when it matters the most. 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 2 for 2 in that last trip.
Motion offense here for FEU. Dangerous pass by Miller. Miranda ball fake, sprays it out. 3-pointer. That one too strong for Godoy.
First minutes for Godoy here in this ball game.
Well, a 3-possession lead. Can NU hold on? 𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢, that's outside his comfort zone, decides to set a screen. Tagotongan looking for cutters. Alfanta catches. Alfanta releases. Misses from point blank. Miranda in and out. Last second pass. They're looking for an efficient basket here. Cabonillas faces up. Give it to Miranda on the handoff. Twin steps back. Those 3-pointers just not going their way. UC all the way.
Good quick leak out coming from Elijah UC. He saw that the ball was going to his teammate. Quick awareness, quick run, quick basket coming for NU.
UC had 0 points in the first half. Now with 7, the veteran giving his team a 9-point lead. Ray Miller and the rest of the FEU Baby Tamaraos trailing by 9. Under 3:30 remaining, VJ Pre is back in the ball game after a quick rest. Miranda thought about it. Dwin shifting gears. Pre off the glass over 𝔐𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢.
Finally, FEU able to execute here in the fourth quarter. The last 3 plays, they have not been able to buy a bucket, but via that pick and roll, this lead is down to 7.
Tagutongan whips it inside to Collins, was pushed out by VJ. That's his 3rd personal foul.
Watch that again right here. Miranda to Pre via that 2-man game. They need a lot more of those to be able to work here in the end game if they want to come back.
That was the 10th assist of Twin Miranda. 𝔐𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 once again from the line, shooting 50%. 𝔐𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢 has taken 11 free throws. This will be his 11 and 12. Alfanta has taken 12 free throws, so that's 24 free throws taken from 2 players alone for NU.
And FEU on the other end only with 16 free throws. So that is how aggressive NU has been here in this ball game.
VJ between his legs, steps back. The closeout was there. Shot clock reads 8. Miranda to Pre, outside to Miller. Miller with the rebound over 𝔐𝔐𝔞𝔪𝔢. Cabonillas sends it outside to VJ for 3. Money!
Extra hustle, extra points. FEU really wants this win, putting out their heart in that last play. 3 offensive rebounds, and finally on the 3rd play, VJ Pre gets their shot for 3 of the
The FEU crowd energized here in the Phil Eco Oil Center after VJ Pre scored his 23rd point, a huge 3-pointer to cut this lead down to 5. As we approach our 2-minute mark in our 4th and final quarter, NU looking to hold on. A win here will lead them to face Adamson in the finals. Tagutongan, the cross court to Alfanta. Mac the double cross. Tagutongan from the corner. Cabonillas taps it out. Daa tried to save it.
Now the outside struggles going the side of NU this time around.
Coach Alan Albano is practically screaming to get his point across for a review.
FEU trying to put in a quick game plan right here.
We might just have another thriller in the making. Last time these 2 teams faced, it went to overtime.
Oh, that was a beautiful ball game. FEU getting a good lead down the stretch, but NU forcing some turnovers to force overtime late in the 4th quarter. and eventually NU taking control of that overtime. But we do know that FEU can challenge this team because of the heart of every individual. And here they are again, trying to mount a comeback, led by Dwayne Miranda, Dre Miller, VJ Pre, and the rest of the squad.
Ball will remain with NU after the review, after the challenge. So it's Cartel, Akowe, Tagutongan, Alfanta, and Solomon with 14 seconds to score. Cartel to inbound from the sideline. The quick pass to Collins. Akowe double team. Cartel swings it. Tagutongan for three. Package delivered.
What a time for Klein Tagutongan to get that three in. Quick swing, quick three. This lead is 8.
Miranda needs a quick basket. VJ with a crossover. Pre kicks it out. Miranda to answer. Tagutongan with a smart move to settle things down and waste some time. How big has Tagutongan been here in the fourth quarter?
Oh, he is the captain for a reason. They know how calm and composed he is, and he is making a big change here in the fourth.
Cabonillas almost with a steal. Akowe met up top by Jeddah, who has been fearless against Akowe.
Watch that again. Double team going to Collins. Quick swing to Cartel. Quick swing to Tagutongan. And the captain getting in the big three here late in the fourth quarter.
That was the 10th point of Klein Tagutongan. Akowe makes his first free throw. So not bad for Collins Akowe from the line, shooting 50%, 10% above his average.
You know, a superstar is a superstar. If he can make the free throws late in the ball game, struggled the whole ball game long, but it's 4 out of 6. Mostly his young guns here trying to mount a comeback with 1:14 left.
Not a lot of time for FEU here, down by 10. What's something they can do here, coach? The game's not totally over yet.
A quick trap. They have to get a turnover off NU here. Oh, sorry, it's their ball. They have to get a quick basket, maybe under 10 seconds. Guys like VJ Pre, Caps Cabonillas can get a bucket in an instant, but they have to be able to execute and find their way in.
Daa will inbound. Jedrick. Give it to Dwin. The early screen by Cabs. Miranda. Mid-ranger will go. Like you said, under 10 seconds.
Exactly the quick bucket they needed. This is not a done deal.
Almost a steal there from Miller. Referee saying the ball will stay with FEU side.
Well, they can review this. We are under 2 minutes, but this may seem like it will go the side of FEU. This will be a huge call.
So the referees will review this play right here. Oh.
out. Obviously, last touch on 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢, and that may be a foul because Dre Miller had a check on the hand, but you cannot call a foul late. So if we're just talking about the last touch, that may be going the side of FEU.
And the referees confirm it will be FEU basketball. So how about that, Coach? A quick basket transitioning into a quick stop as well.
And only 9 seconds was chipped off the time. So FEU needs to be able to get another bucket here to be able to cut this to a 2-possession ball game.
This time will inbound from the baseline. They give it to Miranda. Catch and shoot. Miranda in and out.
Oh, that hurt. That was already halfway down the ring. Yet it still went out. There's a chance that this ball will come back to FEU. Watch that play again. Good corner play. Wide open on the three-pointer. Halfway in. Yet lumabas pa rin para kay Dwayne Miranda.
As a coach, that's what you usually say, the breaks of the game.
And that hurts because that could have cut the lead all the way to 5. Only chipping off 14 seconds.
So another review call here. And NU has been masterful on the defensive side of things, Coach. But first, let's take a look at this one more time.
Oh, that will go to the side of FEU. Solomon obviously the one who touched it last. But if there may be a hand coming from BJ Pre on another angle. But from that angle, it seems like Solomon touched it last.
How many lives does FEU have? As they will have another crack at things.
You know, they've been able to execute. It's just making the baskets that has been the problem. They have been taking good shots, and these are shots that the coaches really want.
Sends it to Miranda. BJ with the early screen. Miranda double clutches, was looking for contact. BJ now has it. He will try from deep. Miller with the rebound. They find Cabulillas open in the corner. VJ, another rebound. That's their 4th try. Dwayne, high looper. Daa has it. Daa was fouled. That was 4 opportunities to score, Coach.
And that was all due to the hustle of these players. These are good shots. These are shots you cannot get mad about. Yet they cannot buy a bucket here in the last 30 seconds. Actually, the last 45 seconds for FEU. And everybody getting an opportunity. Miller, Cabulillas, Pre, Miranda, Daa. Still not able to get one bucket.
Jedrick Daa misses from the stripe. You know, Jedrick Daa and Dwayne Miranda, they have been stretching during breaks of the game, looking like they are about to cramp up.
You gotta commend the heart of this team. They really want to make a comeback, but the breaks of the game have been going the side of NU.
Daa goes 1 for 2, a 3-possession ball game with 35.3 seconds remaining. NU calling a timeout. with our Sultan of Stats, Sir Pong Docanes. We're back here in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. 35.3 seconds remaining on the game clock. And 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 𝔑𝔞𝔪𝔢𝔰 will don and book a trip to the finals after a 5-year wait. Adamson already waiting after a big win against USD. Hotel to inbound. FEU looking for a quick foul. They foul Alfanta.
I don't think there's going to be a foul. There's going to be a swipe coming from 𝔘𝔫𝔦𝔰. No free throws yet for NU.
One thing's for sure, Coach, FEU has been tried and tested in these types of scenarios, these types of games.
This is a veteran-laden team. FEU will always be up there in whichever season, because they have been trusting their grassroots program from the very beginning. But sometimes it's just breaks of the game, and they're going up against a very talented and strong team in NU. That's why we're having a terrific matchup here in our ball game.
Give it to Cartel, now to 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 wanted to be fouled. He wanted to be the one to take those free throws.
You want your leader to be the one to hold that ball in the late game, and 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 is the one trusted to take those free throws. If I was the coach, you want 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 or Cartel to take those shots.
Interestingly, Coach, this will only be his 5th and 6th free throw of the season.
Well, 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 was not really known as someone who does the attacking for NU, more of a guy who stretches out the floor, or the one who is setting the play as one of the more calm and composed guys for NU. But still, he has that shot whenever he's trusted on the line.
So 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 with 2 clutch free throws. 28.3 seconds remaining. Herbito will be injected for some 3-point shooting, but he has been cold here. He's only shot 2 times. 𝔍𝔞𝔪𝔢 makes his first.
Calm and composed.
You know, these students have not sat down the entire second half.
It's the excitement of juniors basketball we bring here. That's why these students are enjoying our action-packed basketball.
Ice cold free throw. DJ Pre doing all he can here with 23 points and 10 rebounds, another double-double performance. But they're going to need a miracle of epic proportions, as Sir Miko Halili would call it, down by 9. He really comes back, coach, to those three-pointers. Just 4 for 12 for NU. Or 4 for 19, shooting 21.1%. They give it to Miranda. The VJ play cutting, and that one short. Cartel with a rebound, and Cartel was fouled.
It seems like NU will be slowly chipping away and gunning for that championship. A well-played game by NU here in this ball game.
Number 1 versus number 2 on Sunday. First, they're taking a look specifically at this foul.
Maybe a normal foul on VJ Pre right here.
This might just be VJ Pre's last game for the FEU Baby Tamaraws.
I'm sure this is not the last game wearing that green and gold. But the question is college next for VJ Pre?
Cartel sinks an important free throw. Here come the fans again. You can expect them even louder and more on Sunday.
Oh, let's invite everybody for the championship, because it's going to be a very exciting ball game between Adamson and looking like NU going forward.
Pre rushing the shot here. VJ kicks it out. Herbito from the corner. That has been the storyline for FEU. And with 3 seconds remaining, one thing's for sure, there will be new champions for season 86 as the NUNS Bullpups dethrone the FEU Baby Tamaraws and will book and has punched a ticket against the Adamson Baby Falcons.
What a game coming from NU, controlling the inside. But just gotta give respect to both of these teams, putting their hearts out. You see those tears, those are tears of playing your heart out here in high school division. And Collins Akowe just giving respect to his opponents right here, giving all of the hugs to his opponent.
Job well done for FEU. They lost John Ray Pasaol, they lost Kirby Mokopa in preseason. They have remained to be an elite team. Just wasn't enough against the Bullpups. That is our final